Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor, 911truther.org. Today is June 16th of 2026. So based on breaking news and events, it appears that CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to attempt to execute a three-pronged assassination plot, plural, targeting U.S. President Donald J. Trump on the date of July 17th of 2026, specifically to spawn the presidency of one J.D. Vance, who is going to take the United States to war against the Islamic Republic of Iran immediately, likely featuring a full-scale ground invasion of the Islamic Republic, which will ultimately draw China and or Russia into the conflict as pretext for World War III. So basically, I'm going to go step by step. The first assassination plot is going to take place at the G7 summit between the top world leaders, currently taking place in Evian, France, which is literally on the same lake as Lake Geneva. It's on Lake Geneva, which below the surface lies CIA headquarters. And so this impending assassination of Trump is a blood sacrifice to the CIA, which is located just beneath the surface. So exactly what type of assassination event is going to take place is obviously not known, but the date of Wednesday, June 17th of 2026 marks the third and final day of the G7 summit. And so some sort of an assassination event is planned. I believe it's going to be an Iranian or Palestinian gunman that is going to come up behind Trump and blow his brains out. Of course, this is going to be executed by the Israeli Mossad, and they'll likely be wearing Arab face, or they'll have a dark Israeli do it that looks Arab. Coincidentally, the date of June 17th marks exactly 560 days since the CIA staged the Luigi Mangione base assassination of United Healthcare CEO in New York City outside of a hotel. Coincidentally, Trump is also staying at a hotel back on December 4th of 2024. This numerology suggests that in fact Trump will be neutralized on this date. Coincidentally, the date of June 17th also marks 704 days since the Butler assassination attempt, where Trump suffered a wound to his ear back on July 13th of 2024. The number 704, Trump is the 47th president, so this is what's called reflective numerology. So this also suggests that Trump will be neutralized on this particular date. Lastly, the date of June 17th marks exactly 29,222 days since Donald J. Trump was born in Queens, New York, back on June 14th of 1946. Of course, the 29 symbolically is a Z, the number 2, and then of course the number 9 equates to the letter I. So this is ZI, or a Z. And then you have 223, which is 322 backwards, which is the skull and bones numerology. This suggests that Trump will in fact be assassinated on the date of June 17th. If the CIA forgoes an assassination attempt at the G7 summit on the last day of June 17th of 2026, they will likely target Trump while departing from Geneva Airport in Geneva, Switzerland. When Trump traveled from Washington, D.C. to the G7 summit, he landed at Geneva International Airport, where Air Force One is currently stationed. And I believe what they're going to do is Trump is going to take off from Geneva Airport on the date of June 17th of 2026, and then his plane is subsequently going to crash into the mountains of surrounding Geneva, Switzerland. And they will predictably claim that this was due to a Russian jamming attack. And in order to foreshadow and set the precedent for this exact attack, the CIA staged an alleged Russian jamming attack targeting the plane carrying European Union Commissioner Ursula von der Leyen while she was attempting to land at Sofia Airport, International Airport in Sofia, Bulgaria, back 290 days prior. I forgot to write the date down. So, of course, number 29, this equates to ZI, as previously mentioned. This is also reflected in the numerology of Israeli President Benjamin Netanyahu, who came into office on December 29th of 2022. So 29, that's ZI, because the 2 is symbolically a Z, and the 9 equates to the letter I, so that's Zai, or Z. And this is, Z is an acronym for Zionism. And so I believe this is the second assassination attempt that they will try to execute President Trump with on the date of June 17th. If Trump lands safely in the United States, I have stated in numerous videos that Trump will not return to the United States safely, that he will be terminated by Switzerland and her CIA prior to doing so. But if in fact Trump returns to the United States, upon landing at Joint Base Andrews in Frederick County, Maryland, the CIA is planning to stage what is called a loitering munitions, or basically a kamikaze drone bombing attack targeting Air Force One upon landing at Joint Base Andrews, or once Trump is disembarking from Air Force One, then the drone attack will strike. Coincidentally, the date of June 17th marks 1,175 days since the CIA staged an active shooter scenario at Joint Base Andrews in Frederick County, Maryland, back on March 30th of 2023. So this likely provided logistics cover for this impending attack. Of course, this is going to be executed on the ground by the Israeli Mossad. I should say also, in respect to the G7 Trump assassination event and the Air Force One assassination event leaving Geneva International, these will both be executed by the Israeli Mossad. So coincidentally, the date of June 17th marked exactly 555 days since the Israeli-made IAI Harop loitering munition was used in against the Syrian armed forces back on December 9th of 2024. So this again has December 9th has the 29 numerology, because this is also reflected of Trump's days alive, as previously mentioned. And then it also marks exactly 2,960 days, again the 29 numerology, since the Israeli-made IAI Harop loitering munition was used against Syrian armed forces targeting an SA-22 Greyhound. That's a missile launcher, back on May 10th of 2018. So this is the drone, this is the state-of-the-art drone that is used by the Israeli Mossad and the IDF, and this is basically what they plan on murdering Trump with. Obviously, the number 2960, this has the 26 numerology, which again equates to the letter Z, which is an acronym for Zionism. It also has the aforementioned 29 numerology, and it has the 96 or 69 numerology, which is found in the nuclear attacks of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, because this impending assassination of Trump is specifically designed to trigger nuclear World War III. Lastly, the date of June 17th marks exactly 343 days since the senior advisor to former Supreme Leader of Iran, Ali Khamenei, stated that a small drone may hit him in the navel, talking about Trump. So this is the propaganda that has come out of Iran, because, you know, the CIA controls all the nations of the world and they play them off against each other. So they have operatives in each country to say and do certain things at certain times. And this particular individual, who shall remain unnamed just because I don't want to pronounce his name, he stated that Iran is going to target Trump with a drone attack. So this impending Israeli Mossad drone assassination of Trump upon returning to Joint Base Andrews, which is just out of Washington, D.C., they plan on targeting him. There's also the possibility that they'll let him depart Joint Base Andrews and then take off in Marine One from Joint Base Andrews to the White House, and then they'll target the the Marine One with a drone. But some sort of drone bombing targeting Donald J. Trump upon returning to the United States from the G7 summit is expected. So obviously this three-pronged assassination plot Obviously, the CIA has roughly 24 hours to reload and to develop a new Trump assassination plot, but that is in fact what is planned, I believe, on the date of June 17th. We have to remember that the date, so the number 6 in the month of June, this is there's 6 points on the Israeli star. So this is essentially the month of Israel. That's why we can expect horrific events this month. And not only that, but the number 17 equates to the letter Q as in coup d'etat. That's where this term came from. This French term came from coup. Coup is to overthrow. So this is an overthrowing of the Trump presidency by Switzerland via her Israeli Mossad. Switzerland would have her own special forces do these dirty deeds, but they don't want it coming back on them. That's why they don't give a shit about Israel's reputation, is because they're taking all the blame. It's like that Metallica song, "Do My Dirty Work" scapegoat. It's like the Israelis are the scapegoat for everything that Switzerland does, while Switzerland maintains a spotless global reputation. They are responsible ultimately for everything that happens, especially what happens to Trump on the date of June 17th of 2024. So obviously, if Trump is neutralized in any form or fashion on this particular date, I kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets.